So after rumours a couple of weeks ago surrounding a potential delay for Dune Part 2 amid ongoing actor strikes, Warner Bros. Has made the announcement to move the film to 2024. There's pros and cons surrounding this release date shift, and I'm going to be giving you the details, the new release date, and also some updates surrounding a potential reveal due to be coming next week too. Before I get into it, if you want to keep up to date on any of my upcoming content surrounding Dune Part 2 and beyond, then don't forget to support this video by giving it a like rating, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your notifications. But without further ado, let's dive into everything going on with the Dune Part 2 delay. So Dune Part 2 has been delayed to 2024, and it's been confirmed that Denis Villeneuve's science fiction universe will be continued on March 15th of next year. Last night, Warner Bros. Made the announcement, and this came about a month after reports that the studio was in fact looking to delay the film until 2024. Many films are also getting release date moves, including the studio's own Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, which has moved from June's date to April the 12th next year. And this all took place due to the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes as they continue to drag on. Dune is of course a film with a star-studded cast, and because of the SAG strike, actors may not do press for their films, which in the case of Dune would mean that a majority of the actors would not be able to promote the film on the press or awards circuit. The original Dune had a big push after the film festivals it premiered at, and the cast were able to hype up the film during events. So it is quite affecting when it comes to the marketing. It's been noted that after the announcement of the release date change, this is not expected to have a big impact on IMAX, who currently has films like Wonka and The Marvels due to be released later this year. But the way films are moving, I wouldn't be surprised if it did impact the company down the line. What's happening with the strikes almost feels like round 2 of the pandemic, and I can see it affecting more and more projects in the upcoming months. Warner Bros. Have said that they are confident in the release date push because of next year's spring break and Easter holiday, providing the opportunity for their films to succeed. So what are the pros and cons of this delay surrounding Dune Part 2? Well, starting with the pros, the obvious is that when it comes to production, Denis Villeneuve and his team, who are currently doing editing, visual effects and sound work on the film, get as long as they need to polish it up and make it as good as possible. On top of this, as I was touching on before with the press tour, the cast would now hopefully get to promote the film and really take in the project they've worked hard on when it does release next year. That is, of course, if these delays don't get worse. I only hope that the situation with the strikes is in a much better place by then, and to be honest, I think the AMPTP are the ones to blame for all of these issues. Also, if you remember Matt Reeves' The Batman, that released on a similar release date back in 2022 and had delays leading up to it because of the pandemic. It went on to gross over $700 million worldwide in better movie-going conditions, so who's to say that this doesn't work out well for Dune and Warner Bros. In the long run. Add on more marketing time and again better conditions surrounding all the strikes, and we can only pray for a healthy release surrounding the film. When it comes to the cons though, there are a few brief ones, and if things stay as they are, it could mean a slight underperformance at the box office amongst a few different releases. In March of 2024, there are 8 possible films that would traditionally like to have a bit more time to breathe on their own. On March 1st, there's Pixar's Elio and The Fall Guy. On March 8th, there's A Quiet Place Day 1 and Kung Fu Panda 4. March 15th is Dune Part 2. March 22nd is Disney's Snow White. And March 29th is Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17 and the Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel. Now, obviously, many of these scheduled films could end up being delayed further due to the strikes preventing reshoots, but if things stay as they are, I could honestly see these films being affected and essentially underperforming. March is not a summer month, and as we saw this year, it did hurt a lot of films released in that month. In the summer, as seen with Barbie and Oppenheimer, you can have multiple movies coexisting and reach higher box office potential. But again, during March, it's a lot more difficult. Now, I think that Dune will still do great, and it is one of those films that after the first, people are really excited to see. But I also think that Warner Brothers have made things worse by putting it on this slot, as not only do I think it will slightly impact Dune's box office, but I think it'll also impact all films coming in that congested period. We'll have to see how things transpire, and at the end of the day, I can see more films due to come out that month being delayed even further, so the month might open up a bit more. But yeah, it is chaos with everything that's going on, and I just hope that this situation can get resolved and the right things will happen. Now that I've spoken about that unfortunate delay for Dune Part 2, there was, however, a bit of exciting news that was teased yesterday, and as it turns out, next week we're going to be getting a full reveal of something quite cool. Empire magazine announced that at 5 PM today, they will reveal something surrounding Dune, and this is likely the big Dune Part 2 article with new images and details. If you remember for Part 1, I covered that article on my channel, and it was honestly one of the best pieces of marketing that they did for Denis Villeneuve's film. So we could expect this article to include new images from Part 2 and interviews with the filmmaker and cast, giving us some really interesting info. The magazine will likely come out next Thursday, the 31st of August, so if you live here in the UK, you'll be able to buy it and read all of the new details surrounding Dune Part 2. Unfortunately, I'm actually going on holiday for 2 weeks starting this Monday, so I won't be around to cover it in a video when it initially comes out. But I will be posting details on my YouTube community feed next week, and of course when I do return from holiday, I'll make sure to cover it in an upload. I know it'll be a bit late, but when I eventually do it, taking a deeper dive into the interviews and details that are shared will be interesting to cover. Also, while I'm away, I have 3 videos planned to come out, including one on Dune Part 2, so you should get that next week instead. But yes, it is a shame that this new article is coming out when it is, not just because I'm away, but because of the delay of the film to 2024. The marketing will have to be stretched, and hopefully the studio will have enough resources to really give the film a good push from now until March of next year. But that was my video discussing my thoughts on the delay for Dune Part 2. Hopefully there's no more delays when it comes to Denis Villeneuve's film, and I hope that this does work out better for those involved when it comes to box office reception and the overall quality. Again though, it's disappointing that we have to wait a bit longer to see the film, and with all the ongoing strikes, I wouldn't be surprised if things got worse before they get better. We'll have to see, and as always, I will be keeping you up to date on any news surrounding the film and the current situation with its release date. But let me know down below in the comment section what you think towards the delay of Dune Part 2 and whether you're excited to see the Empire magazine reveals next week. For much more videos and news on Denis Villeneuve's Dune universe, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating and follow me on social media via the links in the description. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.